This is your syllabus chat. In this video, I'll explain the basics of the course and everything that you need to know to be successful. So here I am at the front at the course homepage, and I'm going to go to Content and then Overview. Okay, and when you get into Overview, you'll see a file containing the syllabus. Now, a syllabus is more than a schedule of events and readings, although it is that. This is really everything that you're going to need for the class. It's a contract between me as an instructor and you students, and it details a set of mutual responsibilities. So whenever you have an administrative question about this course or your grades, what is due when, how I'm calculating anything, always go here first. This is your home base. Now I'm just going to scroll down a little bit so that you can see a little bit better. Okay, if you want to get in contact with me, please feel free to email me through D2L. I'm going to be on D2L almost every day of the week, or email me at laura.brenner@frontrange.edu. I want everyone to know that I am a real person. You can come see me if you need to. This semester, I'm only available on the Auraria campus and at the Westminster campus of FRCC. So I'd love to meet you all in person anytime that I'm available. And if that's not possible, I'd also be open to Skyping or emailing at any time. Okay, please don't hesitate to contact me. Please do go to the syllabus though when you have questions. Okay, now I'm going to skip through the sort of rehearsal of what's in the course catalog here and go down to my objectives. You all presumably read this when you registered for the class. Here are my objectives. Women's social actions span issues that affect women around the world. Students will gain an appreciation for the importance of difference among women as well as their shared struggles. And the course develops students' ability to critically analyze society and culture and to design their own programs for social change. By the end of the course, you will be able to answer the following questions. What is activism? What types of activism are effective? What are the practical challenges and rewards of organizing for social change? How do activists build alliances and coalitions among diverse groups of women? How do oppressive states, institutions, and cultural norms limit social change? How do activist politics differ from mainstream politics? And what are some reliable indicators and measurements of women's well-being? Now, for this course, you are going to need a computer with high-speed internet access, which probably most of you already have in order to watch this video. You will also need word processing software. In order to turn in a paper, I do require it as a Word document, but please remember you can download Word for free from FRCC. They provide you with the whole Microsoft suite to try to help aid in your success. You will also need a digital subscription to Ms. in the Classroom. That is Ms. Magazine. The good news is that that is the only required textbook. It is $15 for the subscription, and everything else that you need, I will be posting on D2L. So all of our peer-reviewed academic readings are going to be ones from my own collection that I will post for you. Here are the instructions on exactly how to get into Ms. Click on student registration. And here's even a phone number that you can call. Okay, 866-471-3652, just in case you have any problems. Now, with an online class, the policies do differ a little bit from an in-person class. So students establish attendance in an online course by completing any academic activity based on the course content before the drop for non-attendance. Our drop for non-attendance in this course is Friday, October 21st. And And the college does require that students have some sort of meaningful content-related participation. So it's not enough to just log on and read the readings. You have to participate in the discussion boards. Otherwise, you are automatically dropped from the class. I want to make sure everybody realizes that. And you are required to continue participating in your online course several times a week for the whole duration. I covered the drop for non-attendance. Online access. Basically, the course is accessible to everybody, and there are some details spelled out in the Student Code of Conduct for exactly how you're supposed to use D2L and that sort of thing. What I really want you to focus on is converting what you've been doing in the classroom to an online environment, especially for those of you who haven't taken an online class before. Okay, so there is an there's an orientation to online learning that is available for you, and an online learning department at FRCC that's there to support you. I do want us to be conscious of appropriate behavior in online courses. Really, I think what we need to unlearn is that we need to realize that the code of conduct is really not any different from when you're in person, right? In the same way that you would always speak to somebody respectfully and avoid yelling at them or insulting them personally when you disagreed with them. You should do all those same things online. Some of us, I think we've all seen in our culture when people feel like because there's a screen, they somehow can be a different kind of person, a much ruder person than they normally would be. And so I want us to think about how that might not be appropriate for really most online interactions, but especially one that's professional in nature like this. Now, your grading components, it's very important for you to know how you're graded. The primary focus is discussions because that is your day-to-day. All the readings that you do, all the lectures that you do, the thing that shows me that you're doing the daily work is your discussion posts. And I value that a lot because I really want to make sure that people who are doing the work all along and being diligent are the most rewarded, and that it's not just people who are the best essay writers or the best test takers who get good grades. So please make sure that you are being consistent, participating in every single discussion post. That's the majority of your grade. Now, we have kind of a fun assignment as well, the YouTube video, which is where I ask students to make a video about a social issue that's important to them. There'll be a sign-up sheet circulating in the first week of class. And I also provide extensive instructions, although there's a lot of things additionally available for you online in terms of helping you do exactly what I'm doing now, which is tape a video and post it. Your essay is 20% and your final project is 30%. Now let me go down and tell you a little bit more about what each of those entails, if this will populate. For the discussion posts, you are going to be writing 3 new threads each Wednesday. Each thread needs to be 2 to 3 paragraphs of a substantial engagement with the subtopic. And remember, this is what shows me that you're doing the work for the week. This is the most important aspect of your grade. The other thing that I would like you to do is 5 responses. Some people are confused about how this is distributed. Basically, you can distribute it in any way that you want as long as, 1 per forum, 2 per forum, 3 in one forum, 2 in another, as long as you're giving 5 responses to what your classmates have said by Friday at 8 p.m. Most of us will find some topics or discussions more interesting than others, and that's okay. The YouTube video I discussed. The midterm essay is new this semester, and it's going to ask you to analyze either an historic or contemporary news source and talk about what its politics are and its overall quality. And it's something that I hope you'll have a lot of fun with, whether you pick a news source that you love and trust or one that you don't trust at all. Now, the final project is called Experimenting with Activism, and that asks you to design, conduct, and evaluate a public action of some kind. You will be put into groups for this, so you'll work together in a group in guided segments. I will ask you to write your group statement of purpose, to discuss tactics, and do all of these things as we build the blocks along the way. Once your action is complete in the final week of class, what I would like to see for the final is an individual paper where you reflect both on what you did as a group and your position in it. And I think that group projects can work well when you work together, but you still are able to write your own final project at the end and kind of account for yourself. Please do make sure that you read the rest of this. Grade disputes, conflict resolution, academic integrity is something that I try to work with students on, helping everybody understand what are honest and good ways to use sources rather than necessarily focusing completely on students' imagined bad motives. I do want everybody to feel comfortable using sources in good, responsible ways. Again, there's a list of important deadlines in financial aid, and then I also have a list of resources. So please be aware of everything that is available to you through FRCC, counseling services, Title IX protection. I also like to include all of this information in my syllabus so that you all can get the word out to other students who might not be getting the same information. So again, especially when we talk about harassment, violence, and sexual assault, all of the resources on campus as well as off campus that are available to you. Now, the biggest part that you're going to want to print out and keep with you is this last 3 pages, pages 8 through 10. Okay, and this is the course outline that details exactly what readings. It's really an outline for us to follow as we proceed through, and this tells you the list of readings that's due as well as major assignments. Okay, so week 1's topic is Introduction to Global Women's Studies. These are the readings that will be on D2L, and these are the readings that will be on MIS. You'll notice, as I said in the introduction, that it is a heavy reading load, and that's because it's a 7.5-week class. Everything is condensed. You'll also find a list of a small preview of what the lectures are going to be and what activities we're going to be working on. I also have listed in chronological order when there is a major essay, when Thanksgiving break is, and then also what the YouTube videos will be for that week. So please print this out, follow along. If there are any questions about the syllabus, don't hesitate to ask. That is what the coffee house is for, and I will see you around the discussion boards every Wednesday.